Thank you very much for this very engaging discussion this morning. I think the three key takeaways from this conversation was that after the Quad Leaders Summit, there's an increasing interest in understanding the Quad grouping in Europe, not just the Quad actually, but also the emerging trilaterals and minilaterals in the Indo-Pacific region. As we become close to getting an EU guidelines on the Indo-Pacific, there are increasing conversations in Brussels and the other member states on how the EU can deepen its ties with the Quad member states bilaterally, but also engage with other conversations and issue-based coalitions emerging in the region, particularly around critical technologies, supply chain diversification, and infrastructure initiatives. These are the key areas where the EU also brings added value to the region. And what would be the biggest challenge, in fact, and perhaps also an opportunity for the EU, is how to be deft and nimble enough to engage with these emerging coalitions, which are different from usual institutions and regional institutions the EU is used to dealing with. And it would be interesting to see when the EU brings out its guidelines at the end of April, how it prioritizes groupings like the Quad, but also trilateral groupings with India, Australia, Japan, Indonesia, and other priority partners in the region. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. I think some of the important points you mentioned today are that, first of all, Quad is the result of the evolving Japanese strategy, whose main component is to keep the United States engaged to the security of this region and also to the economic integration of the region. And this strategy does not necessarily make China a threat or enemy to be excluded. Rather, using the leverage of the weight of the United States on its side, Japan is trying to engage China on a term which doesn't hurt Japan's interest. So in the economic field, this is about rule making of trade and investment as well. And China's the Belt and Road Initiative has been viewed with some growing suspicion in the region. And Japan so far is the only country able to counter this with the amount of official development assistance. But I think other parties joining in the rule making in this field is also very much welcome.
I want to highlight that the shift towards the digital domain is not a surprise due to the international power dynamics and the broader conceptualization of the Indo-Pacific. This translated into the Quad Tech Network, initiated by the Australian government and supporting Track 2 research and public dialogue on cyber and critical technology issues. The Quad has signaled that it's flexible and open to work with partners on a case-by-case basis. The EU needs to determine on what issues they can add to and be inspired by the Quad countries. And I see most potential in cooperation on data governance, decreasing the digital divide by coordinating digital development assistance and fintech cooperation. Thank you.